and begin from the beginning. This is the wrap-up of the live market open for Thursday, October 15th. We had quite a few developments in markets, namely the crash of the US dollar, mostly related to US retail sales, but also to an accumulation of comments, dovish comments from Federal Reserve officials. This was accompanied by a fall in PPI, and it resulted in a fall of the dollar. So we had pound dollar surging all the way to 155, dollar yen finally falling out of range, reaching a low of 118.09, a bit out of 118, 120 range. Dollar CAD fall below the double bottom of 129. Aussie dollar, despite weak employment figures, managed to continue its rise. 73.60 is a critical line. 74 is the next line. 72.80 is important support, significant support. Kiwi dollar, one of the best performance, rose up to resistance at 69, enjoying this weakness of the US dollar. Standing out is the euro. It did manage to creep up and eventually make a more significant break above this critical level of 114.60, reached a high of 114.94, but suddenly crashed earlier this morning. That's because ECB member Ewald Novotny of the Austrian Central Bank, Austrian, not Australian, said that the ECB is ready to do more. They're basically failing on their mission to have inflation at their target, which is defined as 2% or a bit below. So that was the critical blow for the euro. Let's see how it pans out with 114.60. That's really the critical level. Today we have quite a busy day ahead of us. We have US CPI, Consumer Price Index, expected at 12:30 GMT. The critical number to watch there is headline core CPI. Core CPI year over year. 1.8 is what we've seen last month, and that's what we're expecting today as well. It's accompanied by US unemployment claims, which has been quite stable, the Empire State Manufacturing Index, then at 2 GMT, the US Philly Fed Manufacturing Index, which was terrible last time. Let's see if it can recover. And then two central bankers from the FOMC, from the United States. The more important one is Bill Dudley, because he's from the New York Fed, because he's a centrist, and because his comments in August sort of hinted about the move in September and no hike. So let's see if he reacts and talks off a Fed rate hike in December. That could be another blow for the US dollar. And then we have, of course, weekly crude oil inventories for Canadian traders and New Zealand CPI for those trading the Kiwi. So I think we have very interesting markets. It's a busy week. Let's see if the US dollar can continue falling, if the euro remains vulnerable or not. Again, I thank FX Read for the show. I thank everybody, lots of you in the chat room. Looking forward to your questions like every day. We'll be here tomorrow at 8 GMT as always, digesting all the news that we'll get today and preparing for the close of the week and talk about next week as well. So thank you very much, everybody, for coming to the show.